Much, Caitlin and Joe. Really appreciate everybody joining the call today to learn about the ID Shield program that Zwilling is elected to offer to the employees. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quick. So just want to make sure that everybody can see. And Caitlin, are we good on the screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So going to go through a little bit about what the process will look like to onboard and how to get accounts set up once you've elected the program. Then we'll go through some of the details about what the program offering is. We feel really great about the offering that we've put forth, and Zwilling has made a great choice. We have a robust plan that offers a comprehensive monitoring platform along with comprehensive restoration services. So I'll go through all of those items with you. We'll talk about some of the tools that you'll have available to get your account set up and to use once you're in the program. And then also at the end, wrap up with a bit of information on where you can go to learn more about the program, prior to signing up. So again, to kind of start with a little bit of what the onboarding process will look like. Once you elect to sign up for the ID Shield benefit, you'll receive a welcome letter in the mail that will give you details on how to contact our member services team to activate your account. You'll get something that looks very akin to the letter that I have on the screen here. And again, you'll call into our member services team, you'll get your account activated, and then they'll provide you with information on how to go out to our ID Shield member portal so that you can authenticate your account, update all of your personally identifiable information that you want to have monitored. And it'll also receive some follow-up information on how to download our mobile app, just so that you have access to your plan services and support on the go. And I'll talk a little bit more about what's available from a mobile app perspective here in just a second. So I wanted to show this overview slide to give you an idea of the breadth of coverage that you're getting with ID Shield. Again, you've got the ability to input all of your personally identifiable information to be monitored so that there is activity for any of these items that you'll receive alerts. We do send our alerts via push notification through our mobile app. You also get them via email, and you can access those alerts on the ID Shield member portal as well. So various options for how to utilize the plan on a go-forward basis. You can see on the very left side here, you've got the ability to not only input name, address, phone number, social, but you can also add things like bank accounts, credit cards. You can set out financial account thresholds so that if there's a transaction that takes place that's over your set limit, that you're receiving notifications there, so that you really feel good about knowing exactly what's going on, not only with some of the credit items that may come up, but also some of the other features from a financial perspective. There's some other great features incorporated in the ID Shield plan. As Joe mentioned, this is a plan that's all encompassing of things identity theft that you can take advantage of. We have privacy and reputation management services along with a reputation score, social media monitoring, and then you also have unlimited consultation and restoration services as well. So if you have general questions about identity theft or how you can take steps to improve keeping your identity safe, those are all things that you can take advantage of as an ID Shield member. We do provide comprehensive restoration services with licensed private investigators. And I'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a second. And you can access those folks directly from the mobile app as well. You do have 24/7 emergency access. So if you receive an alert after normal business hours, you can call into our ID Shield team and kind of let them know that you've received an alert. Maybe someone has used credit in your name. You want to make sure that you get a jump start on letting our team know about it so that we can look into it. And if we need to open a restoration case, we can do so. One other item to note, from a credit perspective, you will have access to a monthly credit score tracker, so you can see how that's going each month. If you see fluctuations in large numbers, that could be an indication of identity theft. So all things that you'll want to be monitoring with your plan with ID Shield, just to ensure that as any activity comes up, if something looks suspicious, that you're able to reach out to our team for assistance. With regards to what the restoration process, if you were to become a victim of identity theft, again, for any scenario that may come up, again, you'll receive alerts through that mobile app, through your email, and then also through the member portal. you'll reach out, let our ID Shield team know that you've received an alert that doesn't look familiar to you. We'll do investigation on our side, and if there is a case of identity theft that's open, again, you'll be assigned to a licensed private investigator that will work not only with you, but on your behalf to restore your identity. These folks are very highly credentialed, very knowledgeable in the identity theft space. And again, they'll work with you hand in hand to restore your identity to its pre-theft status. Once you go through that process and we get your ID restored back to its pre-theft status, you're given a triple bureau credit report from the start so that you can see what things look like prior to whatever issue came up that caused the restoration process to be open. You'll get a triple bureau report at the end just to confirm that things are back to the way that they were. And then that would conclude the process of the restoration. Again, you're assigned on a one-to-one basis, so there's someone working with you hand in hand. They'll explain exactly what your responsibilities are through that process should it occur, what their responsibilities are. We can use a limited power of attorney so that we can reach out to the credit bureaus and different creditors on your behalf and take a lot of that stress off your plate should one of these incidents come up. So again, want to make sure that when you do sign up for the plan, that you're inputting your information so that things are being brought to your attention if they're notified through our monitoring capabilities. And then again, should something come up, you've got the full support of the ID Shield restoration team with our licensed private investigators to restore your identity to its pre-theft status. The ID Shield member portal is a great tool that you'll be able to use. Again, once you get your account set up, this is where you'll go to input your information to be monitored. You can update that information in the mobile app as well. But again, you've got access to each of the different areas from to see when alerts come up, whether it's a public record, whether there's internet and dark web activity that's come up. Again, on the left-hand side of this screenshot that you can see, you can reach out to our ID Shield team to understand, again, general questions about identity theft, how to protect yourself. There's resources that you can reach out to for an annual credit report. And there's also FAQs. So if you just kind of want to do some research about identity theft in general, there's some great tools available on the member portal to educate yourself on all things related to identity theft. And then you will have access again to see your alerts, and you'll have access to your credit score as well. And then the ID Shield mobile app. Again, it's very important to be able to access your plan services and support on the go. If you're out and about, want to make sure that if there is an alert that it's sent to you. These alerts are sent in real time. You can tap on the alert, see exactly what has occurred. And again, if things do look suspicious, you can reach out to our ID Shield team. If there is an alert that you're familiar with, maybe you've gone out and purchased a new vehicle, that's come up on your credit report. You can click, yes, I recognize this activity, and then that alert will go away. Again, direct access to the ID Shield team, 24/7 access, as we mentioned. So a really, really great tool that you'll want to be sure to not only update your member portal, but go ahead and download that mobile app so that you've got access to those services at all times. And then finally, just want to let you know about a microsite that we'll have that will be dedicated. As an employee of Zwilling, you can go out to the microsite. There's a short video that you can watch that provides a general overview of what the program offers. You can also read about some of the additional details. There's some additional information about the mobile app, but a great resource to learn more about what the ID Shield program encompasses prior to signing up for the plan. And with that, that's kind of the overview of what the program that's available to you. Again, as Joe mentioned, really encourage everyone to do the research, take advantage of the offering that's being provided by Zwilling, because it is a program that you can use for all things to protect yourself from identity theft. It's available for support, not only for things related to this specific incident, but anything that may come up in your life as a result of identity theft. And with that, Joe, I can pass it back over to you if there's questions for me or just questions in general.
Great, thanks, Chris. And there was one thing I forgot to mention previously. For those of you who may have the ID Shield service today that you are currently paying for out of your paycheck each pay period, I absolutely encourage you to go onto the portal and sign up for this, because that will then take over as your primary. And for the next 2 years, you actually will get the deduction stopped out of your paycheck for the ID Shield service. So if you're on the plan today, please make sure when that email goes out, you go in and elect the new service. That way you now get it for free.
Yeah, that's a great point, Joe. And we'll handle all of the triaging of those folks that are moving from the plan that they currently have over to this plan that's provided by Zwilling on our end. But that's a great point.
Thanks, Chris.